And then there was last night. And I am cautious to show these videos because I know if I saw them, I would think these people were wasted. But they're completely sober, which actually is even scarier.
I'm sorry!
Ow! No fighting! You promised! I'm so sorry!
Like you almost touched it from the back. Like around.
I can't handle that. I can't handle that.
All I could do was scream.
I'm so sorry.
I couldn't even be like, wait, no, I was just like,
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Hello.
How's life?
I'm hot and
It's
he's
good.
cold.
It's
I'm
really
yes.
And yes, then he's no. Okay, disclaimer. We're sober.
Yep.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. Cause you're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, then you're out.
Up and you're down.
Wrong when it's right.
It's black and it's white. When we wake up, we kiss, we make up.
You.
You don't even wanna know.
You.
You don't even wanna go. Oh,
You're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no.
Na 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 na. Something. Someone call the doctor. I'm sick of the bipolar. Long ago and far away. Well, because all stories take place long ago and far away. There once was an enormous, beautiful green hillside. And on top of this hill, there lived an enormous house. And inside this house, there lived 4 very unlikely roommates. Well, there was fire. Fire! And there was water. There was truth. And there was falsehood. Now, although the 4 of them got along great, they managed to keep their distance. Well, fire was constantly leaping out of water's path, and truth and falsehood sat on opposite sides of the room. Now one day, the 4 of them decided to go hunting together. So they packed up their gear and they set off on the long and winding road. And as they walked this long and winding road, they came to an enormous herd of cattle. The only question lingering on their minds was how they might evenly distribute them. Well, I have a great idea, said Truth, the oldest and wisest of the group. Why don't we split the cattle equally, for that would be a fair and just way to divide them. Now, seeing as Truth had wonderful ideas all the time, the rest of the gang agreed and decided to bring the cattle back to their home so that they could divide it up amongst themselves. But as they walked back along that long and winding road, Falsehood craftily went over to Water and said, "Oh, Water, how would you like to have more cattle for yourself?" Well, I'd rather like that, but how do you suppose we get more cattle? Well, you could, oh, I don't know, wash over fire and extinguish its flame. I don't want to do that. Fire's my friend. But you want more cattle, no? Yeah, I want more cattle. And so Water washed over fire and bubbling and steaming until fire disappeared in a puff of steam. Now, seeing that his plan had gone exactly as he wanted, Falsehood traveled over to Truth and said, "Truth, can you believe what Water has done? However shall we get him back?" Now, Truth was rather wise, and so he decided that they would take the cattle to the top of a huge mountain near their enormous house, for Water would never be able to follow him there. So with the cattle behind them, Truth and Falsehood scaled the mountaintop. But as Water tried to go up after him, "Here I come, guys!" he washed back down on himself, tumbling and toiling amongst the rocks. And that is why to this very day we still see water flowing down mountainsides as waterfalls. Now when Truth and Falsehood reached the top of the mountain, they came to a beautiful clearing. And they decided once and for all that they would split the cattle between them. Well, falsehood had other plans. Truth, I am your ruler, and I am your master. You are my servant, and all of these cattle belong to me. Now Truth was confused. How could they have possibly made it all the way up this mountain without the two of them working together? No, Falsehood, I brought these cattle up here just as you did. I deserve half of them as well. So they squabbled and scolded, and they postured and fought, until finally they summoned Wind to settle their argument. Hello, children, said Wind, the most gracious and kind spirit of the North. Why don't I go all around the world and answer the question for you who is the strongest? And so Wind flew all over the world, collecting the opinions of the people. But it was quite unclear which one of them was stronger, for while some said that Truth, like a candle in the dark, would illuminate the darkness of falsehood, others simply suggested without the absence of light, falsehood was dark and could take it all away. And so, reaching a rather neutral existence, Wind returned to Truth and Falsehood to say, Truth, Falsehood, you see, neither one of you is stronger, because without one another, you cannot exist. And from that day forth, the battle between Truth and Falsehood has waged on and on and on, and no longer in just a place that was long ago and far away.
Oh, that's so good!
Yeah, the intermissions though, that's like, not that long.
These are my friends.